So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Vishnu Dutt, and today we are into our class number three of Kit for Network Engineers. In the last class, we discussed majorly four concepts, right? We discussed what is staging, what is committing, or how you are basically going to commit your change. Then working directory, and eventually the repository. And I think you all know something about it if you have attended yesterday's class. If you haven't attended yesterday's class, believe me, it is little bit difficult to understand today's class. Okay. Having said that, what is the agenda of today's session? Agenda is very simple. First thing first, we will be talking about branches in Git. So branching is something which is a new concept for you. So I had to include this into the agenda. But if you do not know anything about branches, do not worry. We will be talking about it from absolutely scratch. Then we are going to talk about how we can switch between different branches. If you do not know about branches, then what is the point of switching between them, right? But believe me, at the end of that class, all these concepts are going to be with you. Then we are going to talk about merging. Merging means when we when we take commits of a particular branch and put into another branch. Again, all these are terms for you right now. Don't worry about it because I am going to do a demonstration which will clear all these concepts, branching and merging. At last, we are going to talk about remote repositories if time permit. Otherwise, we will be talking about it in the next class. So exactly where are we with respect to this complete course? As you all know, when we hammered Git, it gave us four different pieces. And the number one piece, Git areas, specifically staging, commits, and repositories, we discussed yesterday, right? So this portion is done. Today, we are going to complete branching and merging. So if you consider all the four pieces, today we will be covering one. One is already done. We will cover second. Tomorrow's class, third, and the last class, we will be talking about a project. Okay. So this one is really, really important to understand where are you right now with respect to this complete course. Okay. First topic we have just done in the last class. We have completed in the last class. So now let's talk about something or recap of a previous class. I would like to give maybe 2 to 3 minutes here. So if you are not in the previous class or last class, this is the whole soul summary of the last class. We started with a yellow color folder and we named it Sports India because it represents Sports India Network. It is having 5 different files, R1, switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, switch 4. And Mr. Rahul problem was how actually I am going to version control it. How I am going to take a snapshot of all these 5 files. Right, whenever I do a change, it is as good as saying that these files can be represented by these 5 or 7 people here, which are laughing and talking, right? And then what happens? I want that Git should track this folder. And if I want to do that, I need to initialize Git into this folder. And to do that, we were using the simple command, which was git init. When we do this, Git creates another folder inside my working directory, which is known as .git or which is known as the repo. Repo means a folder which contains all of your snapshot, which contain all of your photographs. If I say photograph, what is the meaning? We gave the analogy that if I want to capture this moment, I have to take permission from these people that would you mind if I take a photograph? And some of them will say, yeah, we are ready, means out of 7. If 5 are ready, we will be saying that go to the stage so that I can click your photograph, right? And this is what Git does. It takes the file, it put them into the staging area, or you have to put the file into the staging area so that you can take a snapshot. Once the files are in staging area, once these people are in the staging area, then you can take a snapshot, and that snapshot is also known as commit, and we can store all the commit. As and when we make changes in the file, we have to put the file into the staging area and then take a picture of that staging area. And that is why we are calling it as commit history, because there are going to be multiple commits. And that is what Mr. Rahul was doing manually before Git also. Because he was started with a folder with 5 files in it, right? And whenever he made a change, he created a different folder, put all the change file there, and thereafter he was able to create 50 folders. Git is actually doing the same thing, but in an efficient manner, right? Guys, can you confirm? Am I audible? Everything is fine, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
fine.
yes.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, but right now, Git is doing everything automatically. We just need to put the file in staging area and just say commit. That is it. And that was a demonstration which we did in the last class. So this was a kind of little recap if you were not there in the previous class, or if you are wondering what happened in the last class. Now we will move to the concept of branching. But before that, if you have this picture in your mind, this is absolutely the correct picture. But from now on, I would like to showcase only the green folder from here. What was this green folder? The green folder was where you were storing all the snapshots, all the commits, right? And from now on, I'm not going to show you the working directory because this diagram looks a bigger diagram, right? What I'm going to showcase, what exactly happens inside that commit history. What exactly the commit history is? Commit history actually save your snapshots or commits, right? So from now on, whatever the board you are going to see, it will be having this green folder. Have this thing in your mind that this is your commit history. I will be showing you commits here, right? Okay, so now let's move on the first board and what I am doing here. See, in my working directory, I had a portion which is this green folder where I was storing my commits. So what I did till now is I have few files in the working directory. I change few things in that file, and then I send all the files to the staging area, and then I did a commit, and I'm naming that commit as C1. This is my first snapshot. This is my first commit. I am giving it a name as C1, right? And identifying it with initial files. So I think somebody was not on mute. Let me put everyone on mute. Yeah, that is okay now. Then basically I did some change in routers and switches, right? Put them everything on the stage and did a commit once again, and the commit is C2. What happened in this commit? It was BGP and VLAN configuration. Then I did another commit, which is C3. I changed ACL and spanning tree configuration there, right? If you remember that this every commit is representing something. What exactly it is representing? If you go and open this commit, it is going to have 5 files in it: R1, switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, switch 4. And what exactly this is representing my current state of the network where I have one router and 4 switch. This one was my distribution switches, switch 1 and switch 2, and this one was my access switches, switch 3 and switch 4, right? So whatever is there in C3, through any controller or through any mechanism, I take them out and I push them inside these devices. It means that my current picture or whatever this network is today, right? It is having the current files. What is the meaning of current file? The meaning of current file is the file from the latest commit. And which is the latest commit? C3. It means that C3 right now is representing the current state of my network. As simple as that, right? Now, if you see, that I am creating commit in a stream manner. This is my kind of a stream, right? We have C1, then I change something, right? Previously, C1 was representing my network state, but I changed BGP and VLAN configuration and put that into the device. Then C2 represented my current state of the network. But then I did one more change, ACL and spanning tree. Then C3 represented my current state of the network. Right now, C3 is the current state of the network. Everything is working fine, no problem, absolutely not, right? But problems are inevitable, right? In the next board, I would like to showcase you what problem Mr. Rahul is going to get. And you must be wondering, Mr. Vishnu, you are just showing Rahul's manager. And that is the point. When manager comes, he comes along with some problems, right? What he's saying. See, Rahul is happy that network is working fine, and Mr. Manager asked one simple question. Rahul, what is the current state of the network? Can you give me all the files, whatever are running on the current network right now? Rahul is really, really intelligent now. Why? Because he is using Git for the version control. You remember in the first class when manager came and asked the same question, Rahul was terrified, right? Because he had 50 folders. He had named them just like that, right? And he was not sure what is the current folder name. But right now, because Git is managing the version control, he knows that C3 right now is representing my current network state, and he's saying here are the 5 files which are in C3, which are in commit 3. These are representing right now the current state of my network. Then Mr. Manager asked, what is the difference between C2 and C3? And Rahul said, very simple. He used the diff command and said, the difference between C2 and C3 is this one. And manager was really impressed. Now, manager is saying, we are good with respect to the current network. You are managing and maintaining very well, Rahul. I am so impressed. But now it is time to implement MPLS in our network. If you do not know about MPLS, that is perfectly fine. This is a technology which has lots of configuration, right? So Rahul said, okay, no problem, ho jayega. That's not a problem at all, and we can implement, right? And you must be wondering, Mr. Vishnu, your network is so small, one router, 4 switches, right? How you are thinking about implementing MPLS? I am just talking about this network is 5 devices, but I can show only 5 or 6 devices. I can show only 5 or 6 devices configuration. I cannot show 50 devices, but try to understand whatever you can do for 5 networks, you can do for 50 networks also. As simple as that, right? 50 devices also, sorry. So the whole sole point here is Mr. Manager wants MPLS configuration to be done. And if you have done MPLS configuration, you must know that it is huge. The configuration is really big. You have to define the VRFs, you have to define the BGP address families, run LDP, and so many other things, right? Rahul has to test them. Right now, C3 is representing the current permanent stable state of its network, right? And suppose he want to introduce MPLS, and MPLS changes are maybe say 200 lines. He want to test them also. He can't do all the changes in one go. Maybe he can do one more commit, which is say C4, then C5, right? And this is what exactly I am showing you in the next board. What is the problem Rahul is facing right now? Right now, as you all know, C3 is actually representing what? Current state of the network. No doubt about it, right? If we talk about C4, out of the 200 lines which Rahul wants to incorporate, he has done some changes in some files, right? Maybe he has implemented 50 lines. He doesn't want to lose his work, so he did a commit here. He mentioned that I am right now on C4 after 50 lines of code. He must be doing the staging first and then committing. So we have C4 commit, MPLS1. And by the way, remember, this is not the stable state because Rahul hasn't put all 50, all 200 lines of code, right? Because it can take days to incorporate all the correct configurations line. It can take days, right? Then after some time, he was confident about 100 more commands and he put 100 more commands and then did another commit. And he's saying C5. And by the way, he's naming them MPLS 1, MPLS 2. Still, we are yet to have 50. But now see the current state. I am showing you this stream, which is going from C1 to C2, C2 to C3, then C4, then C5 with this green line. This is one of my stream. But right now, the latest commit of this stream is not stable because it doesn't have all the configuration of MPLS. Then what is representing right now the network? Rahul is saying, although I have made four commits, sorry, C4 and C5, but C4 and C5 are not representing my current network state. I haven't pushed them. I haven't pushed these configuration onto these routers and switches here. Why? Because this configuration is not complete. Still, C3 is the most stable configuration, right? Who knows this? Only Rahul knows this. But whoever is using Git, they consider, and it is general practice, standard also, that whatever is the latest commit in your stream, that is going to represent what the network state, right? So for everybody, including manager, if he is seeing this commits, maybe Anjali see this commit, according to Anjali, C5 is the network state. Anjali will understand all the five files are also present on this network. But Rahul is saying, no, 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 no. C4 and C5 are not, or C5 is not the current state because I am just doing some testing. I haven't completed all the MPLS configuration, right? It means that we are seeing unnecessary conflicts here. We are seeing unnecessary confusion here. If you get this problem, I would like that you just give it a thought. How can we solve this problem? Right? Mr. Rahul is thinking that this is good that I have a stream, but the problem with this stream is that I am doing the commit and the commit at C5 doesn't have all the MPLS changes, right? C3 is right now representing. Isn't it be good? I mean, it is going to be great if Git provide me a functionality so that this stream latest commit going to be C3, right? Which I can show to the world that Mr. Manager, C3 is still representing the current state of my network. Anjali, C3 is still the current state of my network, and this is the latest commit of this stream. But can I have another stream which come out from this C3, right? And I can do C4 and C5 in totally different stream. What is going to be the benefit? The benefit is that it will remove from this green stream. What will remove? C4 and C5. And in the green stream, we will be seeing C3, which is the latest commit of the green stream, which will represent the current state of the network. But still, I can do the MPLS work also because that is the part of a totally different stream. Rahul is wishing that it would be great if Git can provide me such functionality. And believe me, Mr. Linus, who developed this, who developed this beautiful tool, right? He thought this problem might come. And by the way, this is not the only reason that why do we need an extra stream or multiple extra stream. There are some other reasons also. Those reasons are basically from collaboration, but I haven't taught you collaboration till yet, collaboration problems till yet. So I am just giving you this reason, right? So Mr. Rahul wish it would be great that C3 will be the final configuration of my network, but still I can do some changes which are big in a totally different stream. And that is what Mr. Linus is saying, Mr. Rahul, you can do that, right? And this is the whole soul thing behind branching. So whatever I'm saying stream, Believe me, this stream is branch. Okay. For example, when you do, for example, last time when we were in working directory, we have 5 files here, and whenever I write here init git, git create a stream by default, and that stream was this green stream, right? It is created by default. For example, if you go and buy a mobile phone, you all know it came with a default ringtone, it came with a uh, default whatever things which we have, right? Which came default along with the, for example, the wallpaper is going to be default. Similarly, when we go and did this init git, what is going to happen? Git will create a stream and name this stream as main or master, right? So what I am doing here, I did first commit all the 5 files. Where I am in main stream, right? If I say stream, it is equal to branch. You can say I am in main branch. Then I change in C1, I came to C2. Still I am in main branch. Then I came to C3, still I am in main branch. But from here the problem came. After C3, if I do a commit, these commits are not complete commits. Why? Because MPLS configuration was big. That is why Rahul was thinking, I do not want to change or do any commits in the main branch. I want a separate branch. And Mr. Linus is saying, if you want, you have to tell Git that which branch and from where you want a branch. For example, right now I am on C3 inside main, and if I write here, Mr. Git, I need another branch, and the branch name can be maybe MPLS. What Git is going to do? At this moment, Git is going to create another stream, and it will name this stream as MPLS. As simple as that, right? Now, right now you are in main branch, but you can go into this MPLS branch, and the process is known as switching. If you are in your green branch, green stream, you can move inside MPLS stream, which you recently created using Git. And once you are there, you can do your MPLS work, MPLS 1, MPLS 2, right? Because this is part of your MPLS branch. If your manager comes right now and he asks, Mr. Rahul, what is the current state of the network? And you are going to say C3 because this is my main branch. C3 is representing right now whatever inside the network, whatever the file inside these devices, actually those are in commit 3. Then manager can ask, what is the C4 and C5? And you can say, this is the work which you have given. This is the MPLS work I am doing. Mr. Manager can come and do that. Can you add segment routing also into this configuration? Rahul can create another branch from here, right? This is totally dedicated for segmenting. See, some changes are so small, you can do it. For example, adding BGP configuration, maybe C3 to C4, we can do right here. But some changes like MPLS segment routing is big change in the network, right? Which can't be done in one commit. So the good thing is you create another branch, you test the configuration, and once it is done, then basically you can think that when I need to move all these branches into the main, we will be talking about it. But here, what exactly going on? Here, from one stream, other streams are coming out. And if you remember the next picture or next board diagram, right? You can understand the concept of branching. If you see right here, what is happening, guys? We have this green stream and then another stream came out of it. And if I show you this tree, we have, okay, we have this branch and the other branches are coming. This branch and the other branches are coming out of it, right? That is why we are calling these stream as branches. So in Git, you can have many branches. whatever you like, right? By the way, 25 minutes are done. If you guys have any doubt, any question, anything coming in your mind, please raise your hand. And I have seen that in Hindi class, there were so many phenomenal questions after at this point, right? But okay, Sangeeta ji has a question. Anybody else? Okay, Sangeeta ji, please go ahead. In the meantime, maybe some other guy. And I'm again repeating. I am again repeating. If you are not getting anything, please do ask, because this is the whole sole advantage of having in live class. Sangeeta ji, please ask your question.
Yeah, so like my question is if like we are creating separate branch, okay, but what we are saying like we are not going to merge to main branch. If like we are not going to commit, that's why we are creating one separate branch like where like there are two changes C4 and C5, but we can save in our system as well, na? Like then what is the point to like save these files in separate branch?
See, the whole sole point was definitely you can save in your system, right? There
Yeah,
is no doubt about, you create one more folder anywhere and then save it, right? I
right.
am just saying that if you are using Git,
Mm-hmm.
it is giving you this functionality in the same thing, right? It is not the case. For example, I am creating a Word file, suppose, right, with
Right.
500 lines of change, and I
Mm-hmm.
can't, I have done some 100 changes here, and somebody says that now you can't do more changes, right? What I can do
Hmm.
is I can create another Word file and I put 400 lines code here. But
Right.
doing this, you are separating your work. You are actually diversifying, you can say, your work. Some work is here, some work is here. What I am doing right now here, Sangeeta ji, is, see, it is not the case that your manager or somebody will come and say you have to do MPLS work. If there is only small work, what you can do is you
Mhm.
can do here and you can make a commit here, no doubt. And that is what we were doing. Initial file, BGP, ACL, right? But some works are big, I mean it can go to 30 days also,
Mhm.
right? For example, he can also say, along with the MPLS configuration, do the segment routing configuration also, right? For
Mhm.
you, you can have another folder for MPLS and then another folder for else. I am totally with it, right? That you test all the 500 lines of code. When it is done, then you commit. That is fine. You can do, this is your way. But if I were you, right, I will not be segregating my work into different folders. On the contrary, I will ask for the Git that if there is any feature, this is just as good as that I am creating another thing here, right? For
Mhm.
example, see, right now I have tested 50 lines of code. Then I put another 100 lines of code. In the normal folder, you are going to get the same problem which Mr. Rahul were getting. What? That if something broken here, can you go back in the normal folder? No. Unless and until you do a version control there also. But in Git,
Mhm.
you are doing the version control here. I am not saying only four. This might be the case in MPLS. You have to create maybe 7 or 8 commit. The beauty
Mhm.
is that from here to here, the movement is easy. If this is not working, some problem, then go back and then basically you can remove this commit, right? Because this is not working. So overall, segment routing, MPLS, you can have multiple branches. Instead of differentiating your work to different places, I would still say create the branch. So whatever you are saying, I will be creating a folder. Git is saying, instead of creating folder anywhere other and version control it, do a branching.
I think because if like there is main code is in like in main branch and that's why we are creating separate branch. If let us suppose 4 or 5 people are working on one
That's the
function
second use
feature.
case.
Yeah. Hmm.
Sangeeta ji, that's the second use case. Second use case is of collaboration. If the second guy has come, he has to take this and have this repository, create any branch and do the work. I haven't taken that because I haven't taught it. I will come
Okay.
again to the branching. Don't worry. And I will like, again explain the branching from
But
that perspective
branching
also.
significance will be at that moment only. Like if like there are multiple people and working, or you wanna say like if one person is working on different kind of task, at that
Yes,
moment
then
also we
also
yeah.
branching can
Okay.
be used. Yes.
Okay. And
If
one
one
more thing,
person,
sorry.
Hanji,
Yeah.
yeah, please go ahead.
Like if I let us suppose I just want to see like what is exactly I have created like 5,000 branches. Okay, if I just
So, enjoying learning? If you have reached till this point of the video, I think you are enjoying learning, and I just do not want to waste your time. I would like to say that if you want to see this course is available on my website, which is www.bridgewhy.com. Please have a look at it. And along with this course, there are so many other courses available. If you want to start your networking journey from the beginning, from the scratch, or if you are a seasoned networking engineer, please have a look at this website. So you can see here is my website. The link of this website is also available on the description area just below this video. Thank you so much and enjoy learning.
want to see like what is exactly present in two branches, so what command I will have to use?
What is there in the see, first thing first, your branch name should be something
Uh,
which can guide you,
Human.
right? MPLS,
Mhm.
and then basically inside that branch, whatever the commit you are doing, then these commit names should be something which you can see. And of course, all the functionalities we can do. What is the difference between this C4 and C5? We can just do the difference between them.
I
Whatever we
mean,
used
like
to do.
if
Hmm.
whatever we are, if let us suppose I'm doing one commit over there, and I'm just putting comment also. So like, like
Not
if
comment. Commit means while doing a commit, you have to present. You have to
we are
write a yeah.
putting message, yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes.
On that basis, can it collaborate and give a summarized details like
No,
this
no,
is
no,
the
no, not on
exact?
that basis. This will give
Okay.
you a bit idea that what exactly in this commit, right? But if you want that what has changed from the previous commit, you can always do the diff. Or
Get
if
the
you
feel
really, or if
between
you really
these.
want to check what is there in the C5, you can open the C5 and see what exactly is there.
So get def what that is telling.
But git diff can tell. Definitely, I am saying that. See, there are two ways: one to see on the command line, and the other to see
Yeah.
on basically on the UI. If you are seeing on the UI, you can see all the five file present here, and whatever the change it has done over C4, you can see everything.
So get def is telling basically difference between two commits, right?
Yes, you are right.
Is there any like way like we can see like branch changes as well, like by get def?
Oh, what is the between different branches? That is,
Right.
I really don't know, but I can maybe we can discuss it over WhatsApp. But
Sure, sure.
right now, I don't have this answer.
Okay, no
Okay.
worries. Okay. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. I don't see any other hand raised, so let's go to the next board. But thank you so much for your questions, Sangeeta ji. That were good. And now let's talk about. Oh my God, we had few more questions. Okay. Mr. Dipanshu Ranjan, please go ahead and ask your question. Dipanshu Ranjan ji.
Uh, Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
So yeah, just now just now you told not you can write some comments on the message on the commands, right? When we put up commands in the message, we can write some
When you do
comments.
commit, you can write a message also. That is what
Yeah,
I want. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that we can also do in the normal, normal file, right? I mean, just to make it clear, suppose we want to save a file.
Uh-huh.
And just to make it clear what changes we have made in a normal file.
Hmm.
So, from that message or maybe from that sort of things, we can also clarify, okay, these changes we have made
Yes, yes, we
in this
definitely we
in
can do
this
in.
particular file.
Yeah, we can do it in a file. Yes, you are right. But what's the question?
So my question is the saying that, then how can you differentiate a normal message, I mean, normal file and the GitHub file? That is what I wanted to know. Just now I got a question from you know, from you and Sangeeta's discussion.
No, no, no. So basically, me and Sangeeta's discussion is always is happening after 2.5 hours. The the point which you are asking is that whether the message you are giving is can be given along with the file. That is fine. The point is not this. You are asking a question when we are in the final stage of doing something, right? I will highly recommend Dipanshuji, please have a look at the starting two classes, and this question is automatically will go.
Okay.
or you have already have seen, then if I can get a specific question, the reason here is, see, there is no doubt about it that whatever we are doing from Git, we can do
Mhm.
from normal folder, normal files, 100% without using it. But that is going to be the manual work. And this is what in the first class we did. That Mr. Rahul was solving the same problem with what you are saying, Dipanshuji. He
Mhm.
is creating different, whenever he change a file, he has created a folder, give it a name, and whatever he has changed in this folder, right? Then he changed the file again, again create another folder, then again create another folder, then the name also. But the problem is he cannot differentiate between them, that what exactly the difference between each and file, until unless you open them in the notepad and see what is the difference. So all these
Mhm.
things were done by Git. It is not about only the message. Message is just saying when you commit this point, what exactly was there. For example, ये, this was the version 1, and from version to version 2 you have changed BGP AS number. Then you say I just changed BGP AS number, so that you understand that what exactly was there in version 2. No doubt
Mhm.
about it that you can do this in with using manual method by specifying this in a file. No doubt about it. But Git is something which is doing all this thing automatically, right? All the version controlling, all the naming convention. In fact, it gives you the hashing also. But I strongly recommend that the discussion between me and Sangeeta, don't see that only that message we were discussing. The discussion has a little bit deep uh, uh,
Okay, no issue, no
argument.
issue. Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
please have a
actually,
look at. Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah. So I think we have a question from Mr. A. Shahid. Shahid ji, please ask your question.
Hi, Vishnu. First of all, thank you for all your efforts for the last few days. Really
No problem.
appreciate that.
Thank you so
I have a
much.
question here. I'm not
Mhm,
sure if this is a relevant question, but we use a little bit of GitHub.
mhm,
The branch you have just created within MPLS. So
mhm,
I'm just thinking, comparing with the real life scenario. For example, whenever we make any changes to the network, we create a new branch and we do master to staging and it goes to our architects for approval. It can be there for days or months and until or unless it's approved, it won't be committed to the real life network. So
yeah,
I think it might be relevant to the same type of scenario, what
100%.
we are doing in the production.
See, next class and next to next class is going to be only on GitHub, right? Whatever I am doing right now is for the local laptop. If I do not want to use anything related to GitHub, then the same thing, right? Right. See, GitHub is just nothing without Git. GitHub is built on top of Git. But Git is something which you can use even without GitHub. So right now we are in third class, right? 2.5 hours is gone. But still, I haven't used GitHub, but still I can use almost all functionalities of Git. So the thing which you are using in your production, we will be starting that from tomorrow. Okay, Shahid? And then you can basically make a difference right now, and the concepts are going to be almost same, but there is a little bit change when we talk about remote repositories which you have created in GitHub. And because GitHub is accessible over cloud to your architect, to you, and that is how thousands of people can work for that same repository. Whatever you are changing your change to GitHub, and then your architect see them and then basically approve them. If he approves, then it can go to the production. But that thing we are going to see from tomorrow. And day after tomorrow, there is going to be project on that, which you can relate to your production environment. Shahidji,
Brilliant. Thank you.
perfect. Dipanshu, I think you have asked your question, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
Perfect,
completed.
perfect.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much for your lovely questions. Now let's move to another concept. So I think we all understood what is branch. We have a main branch by default, which get create for us, right? But if we have a bit of work which cannot be completed in one or two commits, right? And if I do not want to create the commits here so that it creates a unnecessary confusion. What is represented? What is the current state of my network? Then I can definitely create a branch. The other use case, as mentioned by Sangeeta ji, comes when we talk about collaboration. Definitely, we will be talking about in tomorrow's class. So I think branches are making sense right now, right? So suppose I am saying I am in main branch right now, right? I did a commit till C3, then I created another branch which is known as MPLS branch, and then I switched to MPLS branch. Then I moved to C4, and then I moved to C5. Means I created two more commits, but these commits are in MPLS branch. Believe me, main branch doesn't have any idea about the C4 and C5, right? Now there is a concept of head. If I want to know in current branch where I am, right? Then I have to see where head is. Head is something which always point to the latest commit you have done in that particular branch. What is the meaning? The meaning is, suppose you are in MPLS branch and your latest commit is C5, then there is somebody who is always going to point about C5. This will represent that right now you are at commit 5. Commit 5 where? MPLS branch. But as soon as you move or you switch back to your main, for example, right now you are in MPLS branch, but you want to move back to your main branch, you can do that very easily. But at which commit you are going to come? You will be coming at the latest commit of this main branch, which is C3. It means that then in that case, this head will point to C3, right? If the head is pointing to C5, it means that you are in MPLS branch, commit number 5. If head is pointing to C3, it means that you are in main branch, pointing to C3. As simple as that, right? And I will be showing you all the things in demonstration also. Okay. So now I think we are good with the change. Now let's talk about switching between various branch. Can we do that? Yes, definitely we can do that. As I mentioned, for example, I was in main branch, and then what I did, I created main branch at I created MPLS branch at C3. Right now I am here, right? So when I create a branch, it doesn't mean that I will be in that branch. I have to move from main to MPLS. So I can be in main, means this green stream, right? And I can say, Mr. Git, I want a new branch. The name of that branch is MPLS. But I am requesting a new branch. I am not moving into it. How to move between branches? To move between branches, Git provide us a functionality of switching, right? And I just need to say Git, I want to switch to MPLS branch, and that is it, right? So if there are multiple branches, for example, you have a segment routing branch also, and you are right now in MPLS branch, you can move from MPLS branch to segment routing. And where head is going to point when you move to segment routing, head is going to move point always in the latest commit, whatever the commit there in the segment routing branch. As simple as that, right? We understood the concept of head, we understood concept of branches, we understood concept of moving between branches, switching between branches. But now the point is, Mr. Vishnu, you have solved the problem. You are saying that right now C3 is representing my current network, whatever I have, my routers, my switches, everything, right? And there is no confusion at all, because the confusion point, you have moved from main to MPLS. This is the whole sole point which we were discussing, right? Because it is general perception that whatever is there on your main branch, that the last commit of your main branch is representing your network state if you are maintaining your network through Git, right? And that is why you have created this MPLS branch. Now, there is no point if you can't get your MPLS configuration back to the main, there must be something through which you can say now the MPLS configuration is in main branch, so that I can say, so what is going to happen? See, C5 configuration was still incomplete because there were 50 lines of code which were still remaining. So what I'm going to do, I can create another commit which have the last 50 lines of code of MPLS, and then this I will be tested, and then I will be saying that this is something where MPLS is working fine. I have tested it. If you have tested it, it is high time to put MPLS configuration also back to main. You have to get back it to main. Why? Because main is representing your current state of the network. When you put it is in the main, whatever the folder you have, you are going to put all these into this network. And now your main branch, the latest commit, will represent the latest configuration or the current configuration of your network. To remove the confusion, to eliminate the confusion, you have created the MPLS branch. Once MPLS configuration is done, just move back the configuration back to it. Means that you need to mix your MPLS branch into the green main branch. And this process is known as merging. This is what exactly the next topic is. And the concept is known as merge. Do not go onto this name fast forward much. What exactly this is, the meaning of merge is, see right now, suppose you were in main, right? And then MPLS configuration is done in C6. This is the last configuration, and here Mr. Rahul is absolutely sure that MPLS configuration is done, no problem. Now you want to include this into main branch. Previously, where head was pointing when you were in C3, sorry, in main branch, it was pointing to C3. When you say, Mr. Git, I would like to merge MPLS branch into my main, I would just say git merge MPLS. And what it is going to do, it is just moving my head, which was pointing to C3, to C6. Why? Because this will be becoming my new commit. Right? So my main branch will look like this: C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, and C6, right? And then this was my main branch. And what is going to be my MPLS branch? MPLS branch will be like this: C4, C5, C6. This will be my MPLS branch. It means that when I merge my MPLS branch to main branch, it doesn't mean that MPLS branch is gone. It will be there. If you want to do some more changes, you can do there, right? But now main branch has this commit. And it is one more interesting thing if you see here. When I was on C3, C3 was representing the current state of my network. I didn't do any change when I was doing change over MPLS, right? And that is why it is very easy to merge them. And this process is known as fast forward merge because there is no confusion, no conflict, nothing, right? I just move the head pointer from here to here, and this merge these two branches. As simple as that. Guys, merging is important, and this I am going to show you on the in the demonstration. If you guys have any doubt, any question, please raise your hand. This is important. And if anything is not making sense, like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 also, please do ask. Sangeeta ji has a question. Please, Sangeeta ji, go ahead.
So, like here, like we have head here. So, what is the significance of head here? Like it's telling. I understood that. Like it's telling about latest commit. Like what
Mhm.
is exactly. And whenever we are merging two branches, so heading is point to. That's why only head came in picture, like so that it can move like latest. Otherwise, and how we can see exactly head? Can we see via command line? Like head is
Yes.
pointing to which commit?
Yes.
Okay.
we can see. And then right now, see, you have two branches, Sangeeta ji here. We have MPLS
Yeah.
branch, right? And we have
Mm-hmm.
main branch. The
Yeah.
interesting thing is if you go into the MPLS branch and
Mm-hmm.
do a git show, the head will point to C6. It should, right?
Okay.
Because this is the latest in MPLS. If you go into the main also, right,
Hmm.
the head should point, and if we talk about main head is also point to C6. This is the whole sole point that you have moved the main head from C3 to C6. That is it.
If let us suppose I just want like I don't want like head should point to C commit 6. I just want to commit 5. So is it possible?
But why? Okay. Any
If I'm
special
not damn
scenario?
sure about C6 and I committed in that separate branch, but whenever I'm just going to merge to main, so I don't want at that moment like I want
I
like
think
C.
this is quite possible, but then you need to specify that I want to merge till C5. But if you are just saying merge MPLS into main, then it is going to merge the latest commit of
Right.
MPLS to main. You are right.
So do we have any way to like if we just
Definitely, we
want
should
to?
have. I don't know the exact command, but through hash,
Okay.
just need
Okay,
to
we
you
should.
just need to point to hash of the C5, and then you can go there also.
Okay.
100% it should be
Okay.
possible. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Anybody else? Any other doubt, question, guys? I think Rohit ji have a question. Please, Rohit, please ask your question. Go ahead, Mr. Rohit. Mhm.
Yes, Vishnu. After merging, so will C6 come under main branch or MPLS? Where it will show?
It will be in both the branches. It will be in MPLS branch also. It will be in main branch also. But right now, then you can say that right now main is having C4 also, C5 also, and C6 because you have merged the complete branch into your main branch. So it
In
is
that
okay.
case, then where would be the head will be
So
showing?
if you are in main, see head, there are different head of different branches, right? If you are main branch, if you are under main branch, and if you see where my head is, it will point to C6, right? But if you switch to MPLS branch, where the head is going to be under MPLS branch, the latest commit, it is going to be on C6. What is the confusion,
So
Rohit ji?
both in main and MPLS, both heads will be there and they're pointing to C6.
100%. Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Anybody else? Any doubt? Okay. So now just try to, okay, we have a doubt from Mr. Abu also. Mr. Abu, please ask your doubt. Go ahead.
Yes. How you doing, Vishnu?
I am doing great, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So with the branch before emerging to the main, do you have to test the branch before merging it to the main?
It would be great if you can test the configuration. That is what basically we have created the MPLS branch for. For example,
Okay.
C4, C5, and C6. When Rahul was absolutely sure, now my configurations are good, it is time to merge back to the main. Why main? Why you are merging to the main? Because again, your manager or anybody, because it is a default understanding among Git user that whatever the main branch is, whatever the latest commit in the main branch is, it represents something stable. It represents your network because you have created this folder for your network. That is why once Mr. Rahul is absolutely sure that C6 is the one which I want should go into the main because it has all the MPLS tested configurations. Then we should move to main. Mr. Abu, is it making sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
Then Sangeeta ji, again, we have a question. Please go ahead, Sangeeta ji.
Yeah. Like you told us, like we have two type of merges here, like fast forward merge and what? Which one is another one?
Three-way. I will come to the next board for
Okay,
that.
okay, okay. Sorry.
Okay, perfect. So see, one thing to note here is that when I do a merge here in this case, I am doing C4, C5, and C6 commit. But here I am not doing any commit in the green branch, which is my main branch, right? So merging is very, very simple. I am taking just whatever is MPLS and putting them into the main. That is it. But suppose what has happened and try to understand this little bit. I want more concentration from you for next 5 minutes. Suppose what is happening, right? At C3, I have requested Git to create a branch for me, and it has created this orange branch. The name is MPLS. In starting, I have put 50 lines of code. I tested it. I created a C4. Then I put 100 lines, and then I created C5 commit. The staging and everything process is going to be same, exactly same, right? Then I put last 50 lines of code, I tested, and C6 is my final configuration of MPLS, and I am 100% sure that C6 is something which I would like to merge, right? But in the meantime, the manager came and he said, that is fine, you are doing MPLS work in the different commit, but there is a problem. Fix BGP by adding some command. And Rahul has changed, Rahul has one more commit, which is known as BGP fix, right? Very, very interesting. In this case, what is going to happen? Right now, we have one more change which we have done, right? So what we do in this case is whatever the MPLS branch we have, the C6 commit, we will take it here, and then the C7 commit, whatever we merge them. Right now, what we are going to do is we are merging the MPLS branch into this. But how it is changed? In previous thing, we didn't have created another commit C8, right? It was the C6, which was the final. Here, while merging, we are creating another commit. And if we talk about it, see, C1 is the parent of C2. C2 is the parent of C2. C2 is the parent of C3, right? If we see this C8, C8 is going to have two parents. One is C6 and one is C7, right? And then the C8 is having one point common, which is C3. We can go this way and we will reach to C3, and we will go this way and we will reach to C3. There are three commits which are doing means C6, C7, and C3, right? Which has some relation with the C8, and that is why we are calling it a three-way merge. One of the interesting problem which happens with three-way merge is, suppose C7 is having a router R1, and I have changed its two line. It's a second line, and I have written here OSPF, right? In C6 also, I have this R1, but in the second line, somebody has written BGP. Try to understand. When we merge both of them, Git will be confused. You know why? Because MPLS branch is saying that in R1, second line is BGP, right? But the main branch is saying R1 second line is OSPF, and Git is going to tell you, see, you have made a problem. I can't decide whether the second line is BGP or the second line is OSPF. You figure this out. Who you? You means Mr. Rahul, right? So sometime Git is going to tell you while merging. See, previously there was no problem in the fast forward merge. Why? Because there is nothing called C7. There is nothing additional commit you have made here. That is why I merged directly. No problem in that. But in three-way merge, when we do have a extra commit or maybe few more commits, and if we see that there is a conflict, this is a direct conflict because MPLS branch say R1 second line is BGP and main branch is saying R1 second line is OSPF. It is a conflict. Git is going to call you when you merge it, when you give a command that I want to merge MPLS branch with my main branch, Git is going to cry that remove or sort this conflict first. When you sort this conflict, then Git is going to merge it, otherwise not. I hope things are making sense. See, I am again and again saying the concept is very, very simple. You have particular commits, you were doing them into a main stream, which is your main. But the problem is your manager came with a difficult problem, right? Which can be solved under multiple commits, and you do not want to implement this because this is representing your network state. That is why you have another branch. You did some work there. By the way, this, whatever I have written in this red color, which is not visible to you, it is not for you, right? It is for me because sometimes I forget what I need to teach in this board. That's what I see from there, right? But the overall point here is that if you make a different branch, you change there, you test those commits, and then you come back to the main. This is the whole sole point of how the things are happening. It's a Git responsibility, but sometime it is going to cry that resolve this conflict first, right? If you understood this, what I'm going to do is in the next board, I will be, oh, Sangeeta ji have a question. Thanks again, Sangeeta ji. Please ask your question. Please go ahead.
So sorry for asking so many questions.
No, no, no. This should be means this is what I want. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so like a little literally here I'm confused. So
Mhm.
like we are going to merge like main branch here and this one separate branch like for which we were not damn sure and we created separate so that like we can merge later on. Okay, but now you are saying like if we have let us suppose like one, or two or three more commits, but whenever we will merge, then there is only main branch and this another branch. Then what is the concept like we you are saying like these commits come these more commits came here
Acha,
we
just tell me the
mm,
previous concept was clear to you. Means when we were
yeah
in this board, right?
hmm
We were
yes
doing
yes
all the changes in C4, C5, and C6. There was no
mm,
change after C3, Sangeeta ji,
right
right?
mm-hmm.
So what we did is
Mm-hmm.
we just include all these things here. We
Okay,
left
okay.
we left all those things there in MPLS also, right?
Mm-hmm.
MPLS branch also, but we put all these things here also in the main, right? And there is not
Yeah.
going to be any problem at all because we
Okay.
haven't done
Thank you.
any change after this.
Okay, okay. Because C4 is going to
Ha,
include these till C3 as well. Yeah.
right.
Okay, okay. Understood. And why we are calling like three merge and fast forward? What is the concept behind that?
Fast forward to देखो what happened here. You just call that just have my MPLS into main and it merge fast
Right.
forward
Mm-hmm.
without any confusion. But when we
Okay.
see here, there is a bit confusion, right?
Mm.
Confusion for Git because Git, see Git just see this. Okay, what happened here? I don't. So when we have extra commit after C3 when we were doing MPLS, right? So
Right.
C8, see we have to include extra C8 here. Here, if you see here. Previously, it was not the case. We just moved the pointer to C6,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And here we are pointing back to C6, which is in MPLS, and pointing back to BGP, which in main branch, right? So
Mm-hmm.
C8 has two parents. Generally, we have one parent, right? If you see the main branch, every commit has only one parent, right? But C8 is
After
a
merging, you are saying that was like C8, right?
C8 after merge,
Mhm.
right? So it
Okay.
will be having
Mhm.
two parents, and one is common to both the C3, right? Because there are going to be two paths now. One path is this one to reach C3, one is this one.
Mhm.
So the name three-way comes from here because C8 is pointing to two parents and one common point, which is C3. So they call it as three-way merge. Okay. In previous merge, there is not going to be any problem. The reason was because we haven't included any commit after C3. It was a clean fast forward. Here, basically, we have to see whether there is a conflict or not, as I given the example from R1 second line, BGP versus OSPF. Right, Sangeeta ji?
Actually, I'm a little confused here. Like C8, like what is this? C8 is like you are saying like C3, C4, C5, C6, and
C8
after
is,
merging.
see, we took something from C6 configuration and we took
Right.
C7 configuration. Then we created
Right.
something here after merging, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Previously, we just moved the head to C6. And here,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
after
Now.
merging them, we are creating another commit. This is
Okay,
known as
okay. Like
merge
we are
commit.
going to include a main branch and
Ha,
this another branch and then
ha.
this C7. That's
Previously,
a
we were
C3.
just moving head. There was no extra
Okay,
commit. Okay.
understood. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you
perfect.
so much. Yeah.
We have a question from Mr. Nihar also. Nihar, please go ahead and ask your question. Then we will start the demonstration.
Yeah, hi Vishnu.
Yeah.
So my question is like, I mean, in the previous slide, right? We have not committed anything on the main branch, right? After C3.
Haha.
So here, right, in this slide, let's say you have C4, C5, C6 in MPLS branch.
Okay.
Okay. Then I did a commit on the main branch. It will be treated as C7 or C4 actually. I mean, that commit is not specific to any branch, right? It is a common pointer or.
Common means C7 is something you are just giving it a name C7. That's it.
Okay, it's just a naming purpose
Yes,
only.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Mr. AK, I will take your question later. Please be with me. Let me complete this demonstration, and I'm 100% sure most of the doubt will be gone here, right? So I will be telling you first thing first that what I am going to showcase in this demonstration. It is very, very easy. See, first thing first, I will be creating three commits in main branch, C1, C2, and C3. The name is going to be initial file. Then the C2 name is going to be BGP configuration. The C3 name is going to be VLAN configuration, right? This I have already done. I will be showcasing you this. I will be showing you this, that I am part of the main branch, and inside main branch, I have this three commits. Then what I'm going to do, this is going to be my step number one, which is already there. I just need to show you this. Try to understand when we are on the command line interface, that black screen, and if I run command, which happened in the previous class also, people get confused there. If you see this board, just 15 minutes of more concentration, that what I am going to do on command line, everything is going to be crystal clear, believe me. But if you do not know the flow, what I am doing, then it is going to be a problem. So number one, I would like to show you that in my main branch, I have three commits: initial file, BGP, and VLAN commit. This is what I want to show you. Then whenever I do the C3 commit, I would like to create another branch from here, and I will call this branch as MPLS branch, right? Some Git version will create the default branch, this green branch, as main branch. Some will create as master. There is a problem with this master word because it is from the background of master versus slave, and we have removed such word from the software world. But still, some version of Git is going to give you master as a default branch, and some is going to give you main. If we talk about GitHub, it is going to create a main branch, not master. Then at point C3, I will be creating another branch which is known as MPLS. What I'm going to do is I will switch from this is going to be my step number two. Step number first, I would just like to show you the three commits, right? Step number two, I will be creating a branch, and that branch name is MPLS. Step number three, I will be doing three commits there: C4, C5, C6. Where? In MPLS. Step number four, I will merge them. And along with these steps, I would like to show the position of this head, where exactly this is, right? So if you are with me, let's go and see what is happening on my VS Code. So right now I'm Sports India Network English, right? It is having R1 with this configuration, OSPF and BGP, switch 1 with VLAN 100 and 200, switch 2, VLAN 100 and 200, then this and then this. Let me save all the files. I think I already have saved all the files, by the way, right? So first thing first, I would like to showcase you in which branch I am in. So for that, I will be writing git branch. Very simple command. I am just asking git, tell me the branch. So it is going to tell me that right now, so my version of git is giving me that the default branch which it has created is master. And this star is important. The star represents that this is the branch on which you are. And of course, I have only one branch here. That is why the star is showing this one. For example, if you are aware of BGP, then in BGP, on the best route, we have star. Here in Git, the star is on the branch in which I am in right now. Right now, only one branch is there, master, and that is why the star is on the master, right? As simple as that. Now, what I would like to show you is that what are the different commits I have done here. So for the commit from the previous demonstration, you know that I have to do git log. In one line, I want to see the commit, every commit in one line. So I can do git log hyphen hyphen one line, most important command, right? And it is going to show you the 3 commits I have done. Commit number 1, it is the initial files. Commit number 2, it is I have added some BGP configuration. Commit number 3, I added some VLAN 200 configuration. Right now, head is showing that head is on the master right now. And basically, it is on this commit also. As simple as that, right? Now, what I have showcase you right now is the step number 1. I have shown you all these 3 commits, these C1, C2, C3, and I have shown you that I am in main branch. What should be my second step? The second step should be I have to create a branch MPLS. Where? From C3. So right now my head is at C3, and right now I am saying I want to create a branch. See, I am also new to the Git, so I tend to forget the command, but I have written them into a neat file. I will be pasting that file tomorrow on the WhatsApp so that you can also do that. So Git branch, what branch you want me to create, right? So I am going to create branch with the name MPLS, right? If I do enter, it doesn't say anything, but believe me, it has created that branch. How to know? I will be again saying git branch, and it's going to show me that yes, it has. Oh my God, the branch it has created is MPSL. So sorry for this, but I'm not sure how to change the name, right? But it is the case. So right now, just understand MPSL branch as MPLS. I am going to read this. In the meantime, if somebody can see that how to change the branch name, I think amend hona chahiye, but I'm not
Git
sure.
branch hyphen M, old
Git,
name and then new name.
git
Branch
branch hyphen
M and
mhm,
then old name and space new name.
MPSL and MPLS,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sangeeta ji.
yeah, no, most welcome.
So git branch, and yes, sure it is. It has changed the name, right? But still, if you see that the master is still green and star is on master, so it means that I am still on master. So as a third step, what I'm going to do is I will be changing from main branch to MPLS branch, and then I am going to commit these 3 changes, right? So how to change the branch? So I will be going into git, then I will be saying git switch to where? Right now I am master. I want to move to MPLS. And yes, it is saying switch to MPLS branch, right? I can see this that right now MPLS become green and the star is on MPLS. So right now I am on MPLS branch. If I go back, I have switched from here to here, main to MPLS. I would like to do this commit number 4, commit number 5, and commit number 6, right? So where I'm going to do the commit, I am right now in R1, right? So I will be writing one thing here, which is say first MPLS commit. That is it. And I am going to save it. As soon as I save it, see M came, M means modified. What I'm going to do is I am going to send it to stage, but I'm sending everything. Git adds dot, right? And then I am going to do a commit, git commit minus m, and I am saying this as commit number 4, and this commit number is 4 is first MPLS change. As simple as that. This was my commit number 4. So it is done. If I do a show, git log hyphen hyphen one line, right now it is saying that my head is at this commit, which is commit number 4, right? And I am on MPLS branch. As simple as that, right? Now, what I'm going to do is I will be doing another change, which will be my second MPLS commit in the same file itself. I do not want to change on because it is too much of work. Then second MPLS commit. And what I'm going to do here is I will be saving it. And then again, I will be doing git add dot. And then I will be doing that. This is my 5th commit. And this is going to be my second MPLS change, right? So it is changed again. Then again, final MPLS commit and then save. Perfect. Again, I am doing this git add and then my final MPLS change, and then this is 5. As simple as that. Not 5, I think the 6th commit. And sure enough, and if you see here, one line, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 commit. Head is pointing towards the MPLS branch, and this is my latest commit. So what I have done till now, I am in the MPLS branch right now. I have made these 3 commits, right? Now the time is to merge C6 or this MPLS with this. So the important thing in merging is you have to be in that branch in which you want to merge. I want to merge MPLS into main branch, right? So I need to be in main branch first. In which branch I am right now? I am in MPLS branch. So let's move. So let's switch to first of all master first. So I am right now in master, as simple as that. And if I need to fast forward commit, then what I need to do is git merge, very, very simple. And I just need to give the name of a branch which I want to merge. And it is saying fast forward merged, as simple as that. So right now, if I show you git log hyphen hyphen one line, it is showing me head master. Now I'm talking about merge. It is the situation after merge. Right now I am in master and head is pointing to commit number 6, and it will point to commit number 6 because you know that the head of the main will be here. As simple as that. This is what the change is, right? I can again switch back to git switch to MPLS, right? And I can run this command once again. See, now it is saying the head is at MPLS, right? And again, I am on 6th commit. And as I mentioned in the previous boards, that head in main is going to point commit number 6. Head in MPLS is going to point commit number 6. If I'm saying main or master, the things are same. As simple as that. Right? So this is the whole soul thing which I would like to present in today's class. If you have any doubt, any question, I am right here, right? In the next class, whatever the problems you have, right? For example, Vishnu, is it the only reason we have branches in the Git, right? There are some more compelling reason of having the branches, believe me, and we are going to discuss it when we talk about collaboration. In tomorrow's class, not tomorrow's, in Monday's class, whenever is going to happen, the next class is on Monday, by the way, we will be including Anjali and we will see the problem when two people work on the same repository, what are the different problems comes, and then at that point, branches will look more intuitive to you. Having said that, we have three different questions. Thank you, Amit. You can drop. Thank you so much. So we have a question from first of all, Mr. AK. Please go ahead, Mr. AK, and ask your question.
Yeah, thank you. So my question is regarding, let's suppose we have prepared a C4 and C3 is the parent for C3, right? And during this transition phase, our BGP remote ASA has been changed and we have committed,
No,
we
no,
have
no.
configured a
Just
new
wait.
BGP, right?
AK. I am a bit slow. Okay. So whatever you are saying, let's draw it. Okay. So that we can answer. So yes, explain your question now. First thing first,
And
what
so
what
if you can please scroll to the above, uh, in which you are explaining a three-way merging on
okay,
that board, please.
okay, I
Yeah.
am here.
So my question is related to this scenario only.
Okay, let
Like
let me
if
let me let me clean
Mhm.
it a bit so that uh, okay,
Okay. If let's suppose enterprise BGP AS has been changed, and now previously we are having BGP, let's suppose 123, and now we are using remote AS as with the new ISP with the BGP AS of 234, right?
perfect.
So,
So
but
where
but
did it
my
change? For example, you started with 5 files here. These are the
right.
initial files. Then you did a commit C2.
Initially we have 123 only
Huh.
BGP AS,
So
and
basically in
after we
1 2 3 is here, then you have a branch,
yes.
and then in
Yeah.
C7 you have AS 1 2 3 4 5, whatever, right?
Yes, yes.
Here you have say 1 2 3 4 5, or
Oh,
maybe
yes,
maybe
yes.
say
So
different.
while
Seven six
merging,
zero. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
while merging, then there will be a conflict like in C6 and in C7. We have a different BGP. It will trigger an error, right? So how we can resolve this? Because in production we will be having a BGP 750 running.
100%. So basically, when it is going here, so the
Mhm.
BGP AS is going to be 123, right?
Correct.
And
Right.
here it is
Right.
760. And what we are doing is, and that is what I said, that when you merge two different branches, right? Git is not going to merge like this. Git is going to check
Mhm.
everything. It is going to see,
Right.
suppose this is in R, I am taking example of R1. In R1 BGP, we have 760. In R1 MPLS branch BGP router, we are having AS number as 123. In the same line, means in R1, suppose it comes at the 100th line, that your AS number is 760 here. This is your main branch. And in MPLS branch, R1, again at 100 line, it is 123. So Git is going to, when you say merge my MPLS branch with the main branch, Git is going to say there is a direct conflict, right? You resolve this conflicts first, otherwise I'm not going to merge. Only one condition of conflict is when we are merging two things. If on a particular file, if a one line, if the same line is different in both the case, Git is going to say there is a conflict. First, resolve this conflict, whether it's 760 or 123, you have to tell the Git, and then Git is going to take that value into the new commit. Am I making any sense?
Yes, yes, but actually, in that case, we need to resolve this issue manually,
Manually,
and then
yes.
only we can.
Yes.
Okay, no, no. And let's suppose some, because you know, like in Cisco router, a line doesn't matter, right?
Mhm.
If I'm doing a configuration and I'm pressing an enter, look, it is eventually increasing the line. But let's suppose in 100th line I have 760 only, and in previously this line was 98 or 95, right? So in that case, conflict is not there.
In that case, this is interesting. That how basically Git is going to deal with this, right? For example,
Exactly. Right.
you are going to say that there are 5 lines in between, right? Huh. Then it's an interesting problem actually. Yes. I would say then it is not going to say it's a conflict because it is happening in two different
Right.
lines, right? But it's a problem for us, by the way, for the networking.
Exactly. Then in production we will having a
Interesting. So let's discuss this also because these are the corner cases which even I haven't discussed, which I don't have any idea. But we can test this, Mr.
got
AK.
it. Got it.
Perfect.
All right.
Let's test this
Thank you.
because now we understand the command. It is very easy to test what happens, and then we can talk about in communities or something that what is the solution. Then because see,
Mhm.
many network engineers are maintaining their file through Git. It is not the case that this hasn't happened with somebody else. So we would find
Yeah.
definitely something around this. But great,
Definitely
great,
got it.
great question. Thank you so much, AK. Uh, we can go to Mr. Nihar. Mr. Nihar, please go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, Vishnu, I had two questions basically. I think one of them got resolved with AK's, question. Whatever
Okay.
he asked, it was around that only.
Mhm,
Three-way merging.
mhm.
So that there is no other way with other than the manual.
Yeah,
Conflict is
conflict.
resolved in the
Conflict is see, Git is not God. At the end of the day, whatever you used to do manually, it is doing automatically. But some problems comes when it doesn't take decision because it is you who are doing these changes. Whether AS 760 or 123 in the same line, you are talking two things. You have to resolve it manually.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And the other question, right? Can you please go back to your CLI? I had a question around that,
Oh
right?
yes,
When
yes.
you uh,
So sorry. This is the one. Yeah.
Yeah, when we committed on the MPLS branch, right? Okay, like the hash is like FCB F47, right? But after merging, it will be maintaining the same hash value, or it will be a different hash value.
Well, see, it is going to be the same hash value, na? Because it has not created any different commit, just like three-way. It is the
Yeah,
same
okay.
commit, but we have moved the head.
It's just that we are just moving it to the other branch. It
Yes,
doesn't deal with any commits. Okay, got it.
right.
Thank you.
One more thing which I forgot to tell you. See, right now, very, very interesting. Thank you so much for asking this. So right now, if I see which branch I am in, which is very interesting. So right now I'm in MPLS branch, and that is why you are seeing these three changes there, right? But the problem is I have done the changes there also. Okay, leave that. Uh,
Mm.
leave that. Hi, you ask your second question, Mr. Nihar. What was the second question?
Yeah, I'm done. That commit conflict. That
Yeah,
confusion I
perfect.
had actually.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Sangeeta ji, so sorry to make you wait, but I would like to take your questions because I'm not going anywhere until I finish the question. So, Sangeeta ji, please go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. I can understand. So like my little confusion is here, like head, like whenever we are merging, so head is pointing to two branches because we have merged two branches. If let us suppose, I think in Hindi class you told, like I think someone else was telling, like it will show all branches. Like if let us suppose I'm currently in MPLS branch, so that's why it showing here that one, and after that with which we have merged, or it will show all branches
All
if let us suppose
branches,
we have.
all branches. For example, if we have a segment routing
Mhm.
also, it would have shown me a segment routing here. But the starting one where
But
head is,
after merging only it showing like this, na? If let us suppose I just merged two only branches, then how why it will show
no, no,
others
previously
as well?
also, if I go back, just wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
Let me show you if we were having two branches. Just wait a minute. Head MPLS, head MPLS here also can get one line. Okay, after merge, I have shown. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because previously she it was showcasing like this. git log one line. It is showing head MPLS, and this is I was in 6th commit, but it was showing master here.
Right.
Right. So you are right. I am wrong there. So maybe I need to correct that also in comments.
Yeah.
So here
And
basically it is showing the two where head is pointing basically MPLS as well as master, the same thing, right?
yeah, after merge, I think
Yes, after
like
merge.
you can
This is after
cross
merge.
verify more. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And the one more thing,
Mhm.
like if let us suppose whenever I'm just going to commit any change and I haven't put any comments over there. Okay. So like I can see here, like I am currently, whenever I'm just going to execute this git log command, then I'm able to see, okay, right now it's on commit 6. If
Mhm.
let us suppose I haven't put any message though, then I won't be able to see like on which commit and what is
Then
exactly in that
basically
commit.
the only source of truth is going to be this hash values. That's it.
Hmm. I think without hash also, if let us suppose I just want to go back to last commit or last two previous commit, without hash also, I think via head I can go.
With git checkout command, you meant to say.
Yes, yes. If
Huh,
let us
but
suppose
but in git checkout, the third argument is going to be something where you want to go, right? If you
I,
give, if you suppose I am in show branch, this one,
mhm.
right? Oh, git
Git
branch,
branch. Yeah. Hmm.
right? MPLS right now I am in. So
Yeah.
I can do a git checkout, but here I need to do write something, right? Where,
Yeah, that's what
huh,
saying. If let us suppose, because I don't remember like that hash value and I haven't checked by via any command. I just want to go back to any like previous
huh,
commit or
then I am
hmm.
not sure about how to do that before without knowing this one. But do you have something through which I can
Yeah, I
check?
think there is a head here, like we can use head, git checkout head or
Huh,
something like that.
I write head here,
Yes.
spell like this, right?
Actually, I also checked out on, frankly speaking, on
Okay, no
Gemini
worries.
only. Yeah.
We can definitely have a look at that. But the see, the single source of truth in Git regarding a snapshot is this one, the hashing,
Yeah, that
right?
is git, I think, show head.
Oh, that
That
is.
is git reset hyphen hyphen soft
Oh,
and then head minus one.
maybe I can
Mhm.
check it. But yes, if Gemini is saying, then
Another
definitely
command, git reset like that. Yeah.
okay. It might be.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay,
any other
great.
question, Sangeeta ji?
No, no, no. Thank you so much.
Mr. Vinesh, please do ask your question. It will be the last question of today.
Hi Vishnu, I just wanted to know, like, since I've understood like what Git is, what this branching, staging, and all those things, merging concepts. So how you are using for your day-to-day working, like all these things which you are doing on a manual, like currently what the Git commands you are running. So is it
See,
possible
yeah,
for
right now,
us
see,
to
right now, how I
automate?
am doing,
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Right now, I, if I open here, open a folder, like, hmm, interesting. Where is my current folder? I think I have, interesting. I think I have deleted it. See, just wait till tomorrow's class, and you will be understood that you will be getting a gist of it, that how exactly we can use it. Just wait till tomorrow's class, Vinesh.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Not tomorrow's, Monday's class, and that is going to be on GitHub, and it is going to change and blow your mind. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. Thank you
So
so much for
Monday's
asking.
class will be the last class, or we will be having the more class after the
Monday's
Monday?
class is going to be the fourth class, and then
Mhm.
Tuesday possibly we will be having the fifth class.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much for your lovely questions. See you in our next class. Bye for now.
Thank you, Vishnu. Bye.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks
you.
a
Bye
lot.
bye. You are most welcome.
Thank you, Vishnu.
Most welcome. Bye bye. Take care.